tachyon interference, 100,000 kilometers to port.
Let's go. Welcome, everyone!
So glad the podcast is live. Warp speed ahead.
Welcome, everybody. As you're hearing in the background, Beach Whale is doing his dishes, and we can hear them really loud during that whole intro. And sadly, that it was a way to kick off our Twitch partnership in that way. Thanks for cheering, Rickett. Sorry, Beach Whale. Let me just finish the intro. We're ready to rock and roll. We do have Beach Whale, who's the only one joining me on stage. The other two are pretending to be here because they are on the other stream. Welcome.
No, I'm not.
Very pretentious.
It's just like very, very welcome, everybody, to this fantastic Easter Sunday, which is great because Quasel was skiing, Netniv was peeing, and Beast Whale was cleaning dishes. Didn't you go to the toilet? Did you not want to go? Oh,
No.
that's okay.
Nah.
But
When I walked away from my computer,
yeah.
it was muted. I don't know what unmuted Discord because I was like, I'm not going to use my headset to mute. I'm going to use Discord. But I made sure my headset wasn't muted. And I think somehow it actually changed Discord too.
Which is fantastic to listen to, but don't worry, I muted it for the people in Twitch. Engage, Goofy! Right, I need to go through some stream streaks because this is unreal. I have never seen so many stream streaks in my life. The Crow Dog with a 3 stream streak, Khan with 5, Mickey with 5, Don't Test in Production with a 10. And you tested really well. Holly Hoya reached 3. People are getting through it. Goofy with a 20 stream streak, and Velvet Thunder with 20. So is Raider with loads. I appreciate you all for helping us during that time. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm getting messages from the talent on stage. They're having a hissy. We might lose them. And then it's like, no, we didn't lose them. And we sort of reached... and Quasel's on a 19. Sadly, just on a 19. He couldn't make one because he was like eating an apple or something. Who knows what was going on at that time. But people, we are in maintenance. These maintenance is quite a structural heavy thing. It's not to stop anything that is in game or anything like that. So it's big structural fix, which is great. That's the, Ricardo, I have to call them talent. I mean, what else am I going to call them? Doomslayer, thanks for the hydrate. I will sip on my delicious matcha latte with oat. Yes, I'm one of those pushies. Might have my avocado on the side. I hope that the game will be playable after Halo. That's what I hope, because I think it's a major lag fix, it's a major fix.
A great plan.
What is your plan?
Good.
Yeah?
As soon as the match bell rings.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will punch Corey straight in the groin.
No, we don't punch people in the groin. We get disqualified from that. So, yeah, who knows? what happens with that. Hopefully, a lot of the
He has
fixes
a
will
great
happen.
plan.
That'll be very important.
Good.
Oh my God!
As soon as the match bell rings.
Yeah.
in
Well,
the middle, yes.
hold
You
on that one
will punch
because
Corey
I'm
straight
about
in the
to announce
groin.
a legend. Hello there. So, ladies and gentlemen, on stage we do have. Get your guitars out. Put them to one side. Fake air guitar. Bob your head up and down. Ladies and gentlemen, the icon, the franchise, the legend. I think he's lost in somewhere because we do have him. The 30 hour and 1 second legend himself. His wife was shocked. His children were shocked. His whole fan base was shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have on the stage the legend himself, the leader of the new world order of streamers. Lostin is here! Welcome, Lostin. How you doing, buddy? Lostin can't speak on Discord. Hello there. Lostin's voice has gone from Discord. Lostin ruined it by not reacting to that one. That's very awkward. So, guys, it's me on my own. I'm pretending to be Lostin now. Okay, let me pretend to be Lostin. Yeah, totally free play. Totally free play. So, hi, guys.
Totally
Yes,
free play.
I'm part of this thing where I managed to make myself on the stage, and yeah, so I've done 30 hours and 1 second of this thing. Yeah, and I'm gonna go to the hospital tomorrow, but yeah, I'm just on your stage, but I'm muted, Nigel. Really muted. He's actually left the stage. Oscar, do you want to jump on as well, buddy? I don't know what you want to say, but it'd be good. Come on, Lostin. He's sorting out his audio. We gave him a great intro and everything, and then Lostin failed in that one. We do have him on stage. Flex Rec. Did that sound like him, Flex? Come on, man. That sounded like him. He's lost somewhere in Discord filter. That's
Totally
probably...
No,
Yeah.
no, he's lost in his microphone, maybe. I
He's
don't know.
lost in his microphone. Yeah, he's lost in his microphone. So, I know a lot of you, yeah, which is quite funny. Let's start off with a few jokes and stuff while we go. Holy shit. Holy shit. Right. Oh. Shall we talk about this? Oscar has joined us as well on the stage. Oscar, how are you, buddy? I was going to kick off with, hey, Chronox, I was going to kick off with something with regards to the Vengeance event and with the Aphelion event. That's only twice a month. I know a few people want to speak about that and how that affects people. Amiga Prime and the event store's first contact voucher exchange. When do we redeem these at? Is there a missing store? You don't redeem them. You just go on a global leaderboard, right? Is that right, Niv? Am I getting it right? You get a global leaderboard and then you win real life stuff, basically.
Yeah, there's a global real leaderboard with the real life stuff. But it's the real life stuff is only available, I think, in America, UK, France. Is it France? You'd have to look at the terms and conditions. There are some physical restrictions, which is excellent conditions.
But
so.
yeah, it's a nice gold plaque if you're in the top 4, a silver plaque and you're in the top 20 with a T-shirt as well, or a T-shirt. So, and if you're at the middle tier, you get the thing that's the tier below it, so you get some nice stuff. So yeah, sounds great. So the gold plaque, you get a silver plaque and a T-shirt at the same time, which would be amazing.
It is. I mean, to be honest, I looked at all of them, and I do quite like the middle one. But I would be happy to just take the T-shirt. The T-shirt looks cool.
I'll be
I mean,
happy.
you have the chance to get it.
Yeah, I'd just be
don't.
happy to place. Can you not get it, Quazel? Germany? Oh no, Austria. Germany's on there.
Austria is not on the list. So
Austria's
I
not on the
hope.
list, no.
I mean, I put in the suggestion even when they told us. So there should be in-game stuff for those countries that can't participate.
Oh, great.
Because it feels kind of odd. I hope that there maybe is a store for those things or something useful, or I don't know. But I do get legal stuff, and I get shipping issues and all that. But then why not have a separate leaderboard for people that can't get the physical stuff? Just saying.
Yeah.
Putting out an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, we're going to try it again. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. He just wants 2 intros. Lostin is here. Air guitar, yeah, whatever. Lostin's ruined it. Who cares? Lostin, how are you? Wow, he sounds like a robot. He's definitely dead. Lostin, choose the right microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, Lostin has been lost in his microphone. It doesn't work on Discord. Lostin, you need to turn your OBS off and try different ways.
Yeah.
Lostin's been ruined. Ecoms and mods Unofficial are also push the ability to turn these tokens into in-game something. But for now, nothing's promised to happen. Yes, Ascendancy. Lostin sounds like he just needs to pick his microphone in Discord and pick whatever it is while he's trying to watch that. And here we go. Wow, do we have a hype train? Sammy!
How's that?
Thank you,
Is that
Sammy.
any better?
Yes, we can hear Lost in. See, now I've got to do it with my voice.
See, yeah, but now you can see he is a pro streamer because he had technical
All right,
difficulties.
well, there you go.
Yeah, he's totally got his microphone on. Totally got his microphone on. Lost is on the stage. I gave you an intro. You had music. Where's
I
everything?
know. I heard it all.
Yeah, well, you know, we're trying to give you love here.
My job is to screw up your production value. That's my only goal.
No, you never screw up my production value because you being here has upped this stream massively. Sammy Stitch, absolutely love you. Thank you so much for doing that. Oscar, the maintenance online. When is STFC online for maintenance run? I expect us to be back up in 45 minutes or less, but it could last an hour. So just be wary of that. Smashing, yes, it's a smashing idea. That's such a lovely gifted stuff. Lost in World Order. Yeah, exactly. Lost in World Order. That is a new theme. We do have a new album. The album which has been listened to everywhere and very kindly from people has been raising money for shelter in the UK. So go to any of their Nigel Rovers, find the STFC Briefings album. There's loads of your favorite songs that relate to people. There will be a brand new batch. We do have a Lost in song. I just didn't expect him to jump onto my stage for that. And The Birth of the Dead is also here, and which is absolutely amazing. But the maintenance should be structural fixes. Hopefully improves lag. Hopefully improves things within the game. Hopefully that repair bug Lost in. Oh my God, it annoys me so much. It's
terrible.
It's like muscle memory, isn't it? You're there clicking and going, oh wait, I've got to wait that 1 second, and my fingers is twitching. Just like to try and click on it is so frustrating.
It's basically like every repair now, just about.
Yeah, and then it just delays, and you're like, especially when you've got to repair 3 or 4 ships at the same time, and you're like, oh my God, you just got one. Click on that, then make sure you don't click on the Latinum. And to do that. Oh, Lost in with 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Lost in. Whoa, level 3 already. Bloody hell. We already kicked off. Thank you so much for your generosity. This will be going to the Amy Winehouse Foundation. All the stuff that we do today, which would be fantastic. We do have MJ Hat here, who's basically lied to everybody about what happened on WWE. So he got it wrong. And Dominus with another 5. That's beautiful. We've sent us to a level 4. Thank you so much, people. That's so kind of you to continue doing that. Yeah, someone keep an eye on that as we continue our chats. Beach Whale, what are you hoping to get fixes in maintenance here today, buddy? What are things that you're hoping that will crack us up? I will answer that, Oscar. Yes, Beached. Beached? Oh, his mic's gone. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he's coming.
Nah,
Yeah.
I just double muted myself so you don't hear me around the house.
That's brilliant.
Hey.
Ooh.
Nope. Let me click.
VA with 5. Thank you.
You know, I'm going to say the big thing for me right now,
Yeah.
you know, immediate fixes, fix the lag.
Yes.
There just so many things in the game right now, you know, I'm just good, you know, not even talking about arenas, but, you know, go to repair a ship right now is like a 10 to 20 second excitement of like, wait, did I click repair? Did I not click repair? What the heck is going on?
It's people's muscle memory as well, Beach Whale. Everyone's muscle memory is used to STFC. So you're like, oh, yeah, I've just got to click this. Oh, wait a minute, that's not the second click. And you've just got to go click and hold your finger. Don't click the second time. Just wait and give it time.
Exactly.
Wow, John Slinger, thank you so much for the 5 gifted as well. I can see some people from Piece by Piece. Thank you very much, Piece by Piece, for bringing people here. Love you. That's really kind of you to bring some people here. That's really kind. That's good. But yeah, that's going to be frustrating. Hopefully those things will get fixed as structural fixes. Or I'm going to throw a wobbler because I have no idea. Or are they preparing it for something else? Who knows?
It would be kind of weird time spot.
G5 scrapping coming today. G5 scrapping will fix everything.
Oh,
it is
Lord.
coming today.
Fake news.
It fixes all.
Fake news.
More trip than
Fake
you know
news.
what to do with. Sigma trip will be flying out of your eyes. It's amazing. G5 scrapping. Instant scrapping. There's no timer. You can scrap all your ships at once. It is fantastic. You think you're going to get G6 ship parts? You're getting G7 ship parts. You're getting G8 ship parts. You can stock them up now. G5 scrapping is the answer to all, and it's coming today. This is all totally true. Totally true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lost In also has a bridge for sale, just so everyone knows. Just
do you know what?
And of course, Lost In would never lose it, Lost in his own thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. He's lost in his own thoughts. Imagine how hilarious when we all click into the game and everything Lost In just happens. And we all just go, oh my God, he finally nailed one guess. Eventually. He finally got
Lord.
one. Which guess? I want so... servers are starting to come out to maintenance now. Thank you, Lube, for trying to remove viewers from my show. That's really kind of you. Very nicely played, Lube. I thought you were trying to help people. No, I'm joking. Everything's back up. Totally true to play. Totally true to play. What are they actually fixing? Outpost repairs. So Outpost is, as far as on way VK, Valhalla, is that Outposts have been working for the last 36 hours. I've done a few tests. Few people have done a few tests. It's reaching 72. So that's there. Happy Easter, Amiga J. So that's a good thing. The other thing is, I know that they have attempted some sort of patch with the Dauntless, but unannounced just to test it. I don't know if it's working, but it should be something that hopefully will be hot fix sent everywhere. Maybe this is what this maintenance is for. They're like, okay, that worked on wherever they tested it. Maybe they should try again.
APEC.
Yeah, APAC and so on and so forth. I don't know. At the moment, Psychic of Zero, I just hope that the response delay on player action gets removed. It was a terrible feature. Yes, absolutely agree. Which is insane. Thank you for cheering for 25-bit loaded. Oh, God, we do have a hype train. I forgot about this hype train. What have we got, Niv? Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes to think about. I'll think about it in a bit. I'll leave it to you. It's only 4 subs. It's all on easy because I just want to get as much to charity. So the Amy Winehouse Foundation, what it does, they send stuff to hospitals. They protect women. It's all available on their website. They're going to start putting us on their website from Tuesday because it's a bank holiday Monday tomorrow in the UK. And what they do is we're trying to encourage a lot of their students to get a laptop and to be creators and start doing content creation. So I've given them free lessons on sound and film, and we're going to get some people on film sets. It's going to be great. Let's not get too excited. Indominus says about this maintenance, we'll have no noticeable change in performance or anything close to quality of life improvement. Well, you don't know, Indominus. I don't know why my voice went high when I said that. Let's hope. Yeah, the Joey says they can't fix everything in 45 minutes. They can if they prepped it to download in 45 minutes. So there you go. They're giving us a fresh set of new bugs to keep things interesting. Flossie. Flossy. Now, what bug do you want instead of the... What if you swap bugs around? So basically you get a choice. You're like, okay, I'll remove the repair bug because I want that, but give me the, I don't know, missing 2 hostiles from outposts. I'll take that instead. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to choose. They're not bugs, they're features. You're absolutely right. Mid-month patch, not till Tuesday. This is just an update prep. Yes, absolutely agree, Divine. That's what's going to happen Tuesday. So the in-game news, if you guys saw it's Monday the 6th, whatever, that's wrong. That was for today. And then there's still one on Tuesday for 2 to 3 hours. This is most likely a server-side upgrade only. Chronox, you smart cookie, aren't you? And you can have a cookie today because it's Easter. Now, don't eat too much chocolate, Flossie. I saw what you said in the morning. The first thing you said to everyone in the chat was, is it okay to eat chocolate in the morning? Oh, your treasury's full. I'll take the treasury's full, Star Munch. Treasury's full's fine. And that's the hype train done at level 6. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. I didn't even keep an eye on it. Thank you so much for the 25 subs.
I must admit, I missed it as well.
Yeah, 178 bits. No, it's all right. We're getting into it. Yes, exactly. Perhaps some paperwork for Tuesday. Yeah, maybe. It is spring in Northern Hemisphere, so it'll be all the bugs. Well, we'll see. You heard it here first. Lube has now officially announced that G8 launches on Tuesday. Yeah, right. Lostin's like, wait, what? G8?
It can't launch on Tuesday. It's launching today with G5 scrapping.
Oh, God. I will laugh if the first thing people do is now go to the scrapping and they're like, "Oh my god, we got 2 slots. It's back." What does that mean? Sandra says, "I would like I'd like the bug that adds 2 zeros behind my amount of every Sigma Trit claim in the game."
Yes,
Which cannot
please.
be fixed for
Oh,
at least.
God.
I'm in for it. Count me in.
Only
I mean,
two.
Just it's
Yeah, I
insanity.
mean,
and I was saying to somebody just today, if you look at the elite claims that you get from buying the pack, you get 40 trit in one claim, and you can get 2 a day, so that's 80 trit a day. I mean,
wow.
what's that really going to give you?
Well,
Hello, Jess.
oh, for God's sake. Do you know what? Honestly, I need to find like some sort of weird song for this.
No, you
to
don't.
sort of do
No, you
that.
don't. Anyway,
But yes, yes.
You-
April to 2026 Arc Mischief Oscar. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. We'll see
I
what
like
happens
Bobby
with
Bomb's
that one.
comments.
G5 Scrapping will be funding G8 for Lost In, absolutely correct, which will be great. They couldn't handle the Vulcan landing. Yeah, probably true. But the main thing is, I know there is this weird feeling regarding this Vengeance event. I'm hoping, I'm going to be hopeful, I'm going to try and play the hopeful card here, that the event will just give you way more than what 2 or 3 events does. And that's just my hope. I am going to look at the good in this, and I'm going to wait. And if it's not, then on that day, I will not be available to answer any calls or any situations in regards to this. Just
Epic disappointment for Nigel in 3, 2, 1.
yeah, exactly. Lost In. What do you think?
Well, it sounds like the Vengeance event is going to be like G5 scrapping.
God, great. Yeah,
That's about as equally likely.
yeah, exactly. Well, you never know. You might sit there going, "Wow, look at all these parts. I don't even know what to do with them." Do you know, there's so many.
Well, they're going to have to give me 2 or 3 more Vengeances because I'm going to have so many parts. I'm going to need them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go. Let's have loads of Vengai. I think you're pissing on the wind on that one, Lube says. Oh, yeah, thanks, buddy. Jay Berg says, I would be okay with a reduction in event frequency if the rewards are double at the minimum. Not holding my breath. Absolutely agree. That's why I went to do that. Joey says, meant to say that they nerfed the Viger Orion hostiles. I'm killing them in one hull now. Not as I'm aware. Flossie says the game is back up on 108. Which, interestingly, someone asked me whether your server needs to can you put them on a merge list, Flossie? Is there something you're not telling me? Are you making enemies with loads of people? That was quite funny. Second time I saw 108 today.
105 is still down, so.
Wonderful. Sigma rating. No idea what. Oh, yeah, exactly. Ascendancy say they've done this before. It's another devalue. It's not great. I don't even feel sorry for me. I feel sorry for those who have unlocked it too soon. The thing that I'm worried about, right? Let me be totally honest with you, and not totally in Lost In's case. It's more of the fact that I worry about the people that will be chasing it later, and if the events have now been halved. That's my worry, because you've got MJ Hat and you've got like NetNiv or G6. What do you think, Quasel? If they half it, yeah.
The bigger problem is to kind of remove the spend weekend version of it.
Yes.
Because, I mean, sure, specialty stuff you can score on Tuesdays and whatnot, but who spends the materials then to bring the vengeance up?
Yeah.
Or the officer? You know, it's so many different spend events then. Needing to invest in both, I don't see that happen for a lot of players unless you're a big spender, and then it doesn't matter anyway. So they kind of kicked out all the small spenders because they don't have materials to spend on a Tuesday and on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they removed quota. So it's kind of now, I don't know what's going on with the current economy, but it seems like a big step back.
Oh, big time. Like, you wouldn't make it harder to get the vengeance. You make it easier every time, right? As you progress and go generationally into the game, you would thought they'd add more parts rather than less parts. But
make it easier.
Yeah. I don't know. I also feel like the event not being synergized, I hope it's a mistake. And if you're listening and it's a genuine mistake, please put it back with the material spend. You'll get more people doing it. If it helps more people in the game, they all liked it. VA says, I've not scored on the latest officer event as I'm waiting for the next Vengeance event. Feels wrong. Absolutely correct. Yes, Netniv.
Don't you also have a spend thing from the Sphere? Isn't there a Sphere event that gives something at the minute?
No, so the Sphere parts give you the... So you could technically do the officer spend with just Sphere parts, and you could do the material spend on your Vengeance. But I don't think there's enough.
18k parts. 18k parts, that's more than 2 packs. But yeah,
still really?
Maybe more efficient than getting materials. So, I mean, it depends. I mean, it made one thing easier. I just built G5 ships because I didn't see any point in spending higher materials because I didn't need to score in a Vengeance event. So I just built more G5 epics. I mean,
interesting.
I don't get it.
So guys, MJ Ham, I'm going to ask you this. Quasel, an official CC, is building loads of G5 ships. Interesting. MJ Hat, what does that mean?
It screams G5 scrapping to me. But,
who knows? I mean, what did they say? Oh, lost it.
It will
Lost
fix
it.
global warming. It will fix global warming. G5 scrapping.
Brilliant.
It will seal a hole in the ozone and bring back all the polar bears.
Exactly.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing, like the Son of a collection, which is available on the store if you wish for a jokey little mug or some sort of T-shirt. We will give away some of those because I think it's quite funny. Same goes for the Vengeance abilities, designed for a handful of players, and now that the hundreds have them, they reduce the event count of adding. Playtest Brightos says. Andra says, it feels like they gave out more Vengeance than they meant to, and they're trying to rein it so it feels legendary, but it feels like closing the stable door after the horse has bolted. Absolutely agree. Yeah. Minnie Mabel says everyone can go F themselves. Jesus Christ, Minnie. That's a bit rude. That's a joke. She says, happy Easter, everyone. Divine says, like, everyone has enough Sphere parts to score. I know, I'm just trying to find the good in it. Divine, I find the good until I get beaten down with the bad. Wait, let me do this. Kirby's Pot use G5 for spend event, but can't do that every time without G5 scrapping. I'm not using G6. And also, why in the world, if G5 scrapping came, do you think you can scrap a ship in less time than you need to build enough ships? That's my question to you. If you expect that, be prepared to be disappointed massively. Because I'm not expecting it that time. Lost in?
G5 will be faster, cheaper, and give more than you could ever spend building the G5 ships. There's going to be nothing wrong with G5 scrapping. And if you're expecting less, you're going to be so excited. It's going to be the best thing ever. Yeah. Absolutely can't wait for G5 scrapping.
I absolutely think Lost in has lost it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's obvious.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's been taken over by a Scopely.
Yeah, exactly. That ad has been brought to you by cuckoo-medicinebrains.com because Lostin has lost it in the head, and then he will, be doing that. However, if any issues with G5 scrapping, please contact Lostin directly in DMs. Everyone DM Lostin. Because he will answer all your questions regarding all the wonderful things. Green Tea says, in a year when I finally get to G7, I won't need a Vengeance because they will have added how many specialty ships that will go into G7? Or your FKR will be great. Who knows? But the thing is, Lube also makes a good point. He says, I get the legendary argument about Vengeance, but they're now outclassed by the G7 ships. So maybe it's not the same. They should actually release the parts rather than put it in the way they did. Honestly, Jay Berg says, how I view it is this Vengeance event changes are for two reasons. Primary reason is they do not want players to be able to double dip. Secondary reason is the largest players have already maxed their Vengeances, so they now need to have the Aphelion events at a greater frequency. And of course, you cannot overlap with the Vengeance because that would be dreaded player beneficial double dipping, and it doesn't overlap with the material spend either. So Divine's like a free-to-play path for the Vengeance now in 1,000 days. Yes, Quasar.
Ask Lostin how much he loves his Aphelion he accidentally built. I'm sure he gives you a rousing speech for it.
Well, I mean, Lostin's a minor, clearly.
The Aphelion has exactly one purpose.
Yes?
It is an OPC hunter. That's it.
For God's
I,
sake.
I put 0 trit into it. I do it at tier 1. I put a PvP crew on it, goes and kills miners. That's all it's worth. I was looking at the Sigma trit cost for that thing.
Oh, God.
It's insane. To tier 4, it's like 35 million Sigma trit.
Oh, my God.
Not worth it.
No.
Not worth it.
Especially when you got
And,
a
Ow,
and
my
you need,
heart.
yeah. Especially when you got
you
an
need
uncommon
the
73. Yeah. You're 73.
the tier
Definitely.
4
Yeah.
warp to get above 3,000, which is when it's actually useful.
Oh, God.
So that's like 36 or 37. I think it's 39 million Sigma trit with all of the efficiencies currently in game.
Oh, my
It's
God.
insane.
That is
So I built it.
ridiculous.
It's tier 1, totally naked. It does put a PvP crew on it, kills every miner, and it collects lots of G7 materials for you. That's its use.
Oh,
Well,
come on. I need that much Sigma Trip for 3 components on my G7 Uncommon.
yeah.
It's
That's what I'm
everywhere.
saying. Why waste it? Why waste it?
Yeah, true. Because you'd rather build your G7 Uncommon, which will be a lot more important for that. But the main thing with the Vengeance events the way they are, I'd love to hear from G6 players. So you've got MJ Hat and you've got NetNiv. What do you guys think? Now you can see the Vengeance a little bit further away. You got people like Green Tea as well. You're chasing it. That is something that becomes a little bit of a problem. Do you now go, oh dear God, is this might taking me a bit longer? What do you think, MJ? What do you think, MJ Hat? Let's go MJ Hat first.
Well, I really kind of think that the Vengeance is out of sight for me at the moment, and they keep moving the goalpost
Yeah.
further back. It's quite disheartening, really. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Yep.
It puts it too far. But also, we don't really know whether they've changed the amounts on it as well. E11E11E11E says Op 67 feels like it's going to be irrelevant for how long it will take to get it. Yeah, as well. NetNiv, what do you think?
I haven't given it a thought yet, as I've literally just hit the button to go build Op 67, so it's cooking. But hopefully by the time I do get there, which isn't that far away, but hopefully by the time I do get there, they've introduced something else that sort of replaces the thing if they're not going to put it back.
Yeah.
We can hope.
Well,
but
Jeff,
things go up and down in the game, don't they? So we've seen it before. There are some things that you can get, some things you can't get, and
yeah,
it's a bit of a pain because I did see everybody double dipping on the Vengeance and the material spend, and it looked good. But
yeah, but I don't call it double dipping. It's called being strategic and sort of process. And Jeff James brings up a good point. It ran a few days ago. It was the same amount. So that's the thing. And then Lostin was saying in Twitch chat that some players are thinking about going to 76 on a Vengeance. Well, I don't know if that is possible unless you. I mean, it's insane to get to 73, let alone try and get the ship, and let alone trying to build your buildings and get the shipyard. LOD says, as a new 70, it forces me to focus on my epic FKR ships. Well, do you know how I've been telling you for 2 months now that you should get your FKR ships, one of each type, or get your FKR ships to a great level? I think we're closing in on the time. So I think hopefully that will help you, LOD, more than hinder you. Landshark says, it makes it harder for me to max mine. I've been 71 since G7 came out, and the Vengeance about halfway. Yeah, Landshark, I was speaking to someone today in the private server. I said to them, I managed to get to tier 12. It does everything I needed to do. If I can upgrade it, I do. But I don't use it specifically for events. I would rather get more Vengeance parts than get the Officer, but then the Officer is critical. I think those Armada officers will be very useful for all levels, especially if you can get all 3 at least at the beginning, which would be amazing. Quasel, can you go into Twitch? There's something in German. Das Spiel ist not real online. And 8, the game is back online. Yes, 8-hour shields are active. Oh, sorry, he did re-explain it. Thanks.
Yeah, we got 8-hour shields and the game is back up. Yeah, that's correct.
Exactly. I'm not. Lum says, I'm not buying any more packs. You can't trick me. I never would trick you, Lum. You trick me into buying packs. Jay Berg, honestly, that change has pretty much killed my desires to push Op 73. Now, Jayberg, I'll tell you my tactic. I'm on 72, right? And I am going to work to 73, and nothing will stop me. No game or no company or no style of what people are going to stop me from doing what I want to do and how I play the game. That's the most important thing. I've changed my mentality towards that I would rather enjoy this game and do what I enjoy the best. So if I don't end up double dipping, that's on them. If they make it harder for me, whatever, because I'm not going to let them defeat my mentality. My mentality is quite simple. I'm going to, work my way onto the ships. I will make it to 73. And when I make it to 73, I'll start working my way to 73 shipyard. I'm not going to build it up then. I'm going to just keep going. And John Slinger, I'm still 1.5 billion Sigma par still from 73. It's a slog. Yeah, I know. Buddy, that dilithium generator that's 100 million or 100 million, whatever it is, with the efficiencies, with Janeway, with everyone, is like a killer. And it takes quite a lot, but we still go through the path. I'm still going to push it, and I'm going to get there, and it'll happen. I've been told that it looks like mostly EU servers are up. Nothing in the US is up yet. They heard that Lost In announced G5 scrapping, so just going to delete it off the US servers before it goes back up again. So that's a good thing.
My personal server is live. G5 scrapping is in, and it is better than expected.
Oh my God.
The war is over and everybody is happy. It's amazing. Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. The Sigma trick. Your Philion is like, tier 10 already today. just
Tier 15, baby. It's all the way. It's so much.
Yeah, I saw that as well on DJ stream where Griffin tiered it up. I think to tier 6 or 7, which just looked like so much Sigma Trit, which is absolutely insane amounts of that, wasn't it?
It's almost 100 million Sigma Trit to get to tier 7.
And also the packs don't give you enough. So you
exactly.
What's the maximum I've ever seen in the pack? I think I've seen
4.1. I think at 74.
Yeah.
It goes up a little bit, but it's like 4.1 if you take the free and the tokens.
Yeah. 4.1, yeah, maybe. And sometimes you get the incursions one, that Sigma pack, Trit pack, which sometimes gives you a little bit more, and none of the treasuries give you way more than that.
Nope.
No,
that's the max, and some are less.
Yeah, so in other words, how many packs is that? Jesus Christ, that's 20 packs.
$2,500. $2,500 to get to tier 7.
Oh,
made it with just packs. Insane.
Yeah.
Breaking my heart more and more each day, Lost In. I just want you to know that. I love you, but you are breaking my heart.
So, I mean, remember, you're talking about the leading edge here, though, right? I mean, it will get better. I mean, at one point, a Nova was unattainable, and I could build like 10 of those today if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, everybody's going to have a million of them. But right now, I think people just have to look at it. And listen, if you want to drop $2,500 and take it to tier 7, 10, whatever, you can. But
and we thank you for your support.
just think about where you want to put it. I think the 73 uncommon is better to put the Sigma Trit in, and that's ridiculous. I mean, the components.
I'm just laughing that you think you can get it that high on 2,500.
Well,
yeah, I think G7. That's tier 7. Yeah, probably.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, that's and that's the thing. You, like Lost In brings it up. This is the cutting edge of the game. You're not going to have the efficiencies or everything at its best and possible thing. They probably have a path for that is going to increase, because the next thing I believe, so we've had station efficiencies uncommon to probably about 800 to 1,000%. We have station rare, which is the first start of the station rare efficiencies to get, and now we have Sigma par steel, even though it's very, very little in the warp dive bar. And I would have thought Sigma Trit is next. I will laugh, Lost In, if the efficiency that comes next is Sigma Dill. Can you imagine?
Oh, that would be amazing. That's what G5 scrapping's unlocking. It's unlocking Sigma dilithium efficiencies, because I don't have enough of that.
I look at that and go, something's lopsided here, because I've got so much. It's just insane, and we don't spend it on anything.
unexpected wall of Sigma dilithium. I think at like 78, all of a sudden, everyone will complain they don't have enough Sigma dilithium.
Yeah, because right now, if Sigma Dill did come into Sigma Dill efficiency came into the game, I think everyone would scream and go, "No, Trit! Sigma Trit on everything as well, not on just station, not on just whatever, to do that." But or ship bots. How are the ship bots though in G7 though? Are they insane? Hey Murphy.
They haven't been the to date. They haven't been my barrier, but I'm still relatively low tier on the G7 ships.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
I
if other people
am close to about 800,000 of uncommon parts. The parts actually seem to be a non-issue. It's just the Sigma trait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been my experience, and I didn't know if it changed, but so far the parts are not the issue. It's just insane amounts of Sigma trit, and the problem is that covers all of your G6 ships, all of your G7 ships are all using the same resource, which makes it doubly bad.
Yeah, exactly. And Crisito brings up a good point, and I think that is what Lostin's been echoing here as well. Folks still haven't figured that they're making, that they're making that making everything in G7 super slow unless you want to spend so much, which is true because you're trying to cutting edge. You're trying to make it premium for a reason, and then eventually more and more efficiency will come in. Things will become easier, and hopefully things will work out. But yeah, the 2 event thing. I would please ask them and bear with them. It's like, look, if you don't want us to double dip, I hate that I'm going to say these words. Just do it Thursday, Friday, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you really don't want us to double dip, but don't take 2 events away a month because we need it. Afostis asks for a Dill to Trit converter. Yeah, that'd be nice. Clarky says, Arsenic Touch, resist. What did he say? Everyone, Commander, maintenance has been extended. A 12-hour ceasefire will also be applied to ensure smooth transition once servers are back online. We'll keep you updated. I did see him DM me, and I wondered why. Okay, cool. Maintenance has been accepted. That shield doesn't help my miners and not get killed. Lum, don't worry about it, Lum. I'll protect your miners. Oh wait, you're not on my server.
And don't worry. The fact that they're extending it just proves that G5 scrapping is coming, and it will fix everything. So just be happy. This is the best news ever.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's interesting because
of course they're doing it on a
servers
Sunday.
are online.
Yeah, EU are online. Did you say? Yeah.
I mean,
they're not getting G5 scrapping.
Yes. Lostin is trying to fight the G5. They're going to give US server stuff for missing TC right now. Clarky, I'll put that in. Thank you very much. I do have my little summary list of things I can do that. So thanks for reminding me. Copying that one, Clarky, and I'm going to put it into my list of things to ask probably tomorrow to try and see if I can get that sorted. Once they come out of maintenance, I will then announce on that one. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Always let me know.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because US servers from 700 and up are online too. Just the lower ones aren't. Interesting.
Yeah, maybe...
Epic is online as well.
Usually the newer servers are doing okay. EU's obviously got a fantastic structure. The other old servers are still running off Lostin's internet, which is why it's taking a bit of time.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, which takes a bit of time. So Lostin, if you could dust, get your fountain cleaner to get onto the server cleaner, that'd be lovely. Thanks. To get us going.
Nigel, you're the fountain cleaner.
Sorry. Yes, sir. No problem, sir. I'll go do it. Yeah. It's all there.
You weren't supposed to tell people.
Secret, yes. I will do this little plan.
Riskbreaker says, if there's no double dipping with the weekend, then it doesn't matter if they add an extra event or not. Okay, Riskbreaker, fine. I mean, the feedback I'm going to give them is, give us the 4 events. Ideally, we'd have the weekend ones, and the same as before. But if they don't give me that choice and they give me 4 events, regardless, I still think the 4 will then help the people behind us to try and do that. Chronox says, yes, it's a different server park for the super old US ones. More likely proves they broke something and found it out and bringing the EU back up. No, I think it's working well. Quasar will let us know if he fails on NetNiv. They're in the EU. See how that works. Hey, Lostin, they're going to allow scrapping to be sped up, right? Yeah, right. E11EE.
You don't need to speed up instant.
Oh, yeah,
it's just going to be a click of a button. Done. No problem.
Yeah,
G5 scrapping will be amazing.
Spider's Lawson is telling you scrapping will just be destroying your ship and getting rid of it so you have space.
Yeah, it's just
But it's going to be fine. You're going to be happy you have the space. So
no, we don't want no destroying thingy. I don't want destroying. I want to get like at least one Sigma Trit from mine. I mean, I have a few.
You can get
That's true.
millions and millions and millions of Sigma Trit from a G5 uncommon. I mean, I don't know.
and
You're
then
not going to
Austin
need to
wake
worry
up
about it.
with a wet.
Exactly.
I feel like for the German viewers, I may need to explain that this is entirely sarcasm.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
just prepping you for the disaster that G5 scrapping is going to
No
be.
Spiel, Schlepper. Oh, wait, I know the word. Lost in, so viel Kaka.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds right.
Does that sound right, Quazel? Did I say it right?
Nah, not really.
Did I not
Try
say he's a
again.
poo-poo? Did I not say that? Lost in sarcasm.
Well,
Hey,
you have
Lost in
been very great, Nigel. It's an awesome idea.
awesome idea. Yeah, I do need a universal translator. I did a film once, Lost in, with a German crew. Actually, one of my favorite films I've ever done. Great DP on it. And they would teach me German words every day, even though we were in Wales, of all places, in the UK. So in Wales, they don't even, you know what I mean? Like we were in the, Aberdare or Llandilo and Llandofri, where everyone spits when they speak. And then they said to me, Nigel, so viel Kaka. And I'm like, yeah, so viel Kaka. And I kept saying it to the director nonstop. And they're like, you know, it means that you're poo, right? I'm just like, it's like a child saying you're poo or whatever. What is it, Quazel?
You're a pile of, yeah, exactly.
Pile of poo. Or something like that.
I just want to add some of my favorite social media follows are just accounts are like what it sounds like in English. Now what it sounds like in German, they just crack me up.
Yeah, it's amazing. Clarky does say, Chronox, that version 3 is not accurate on server info status. Well, that's what it's a public beta, Clarky. It said all were online the whole time during maintenance. Chronox is like, has to have Easter as well. He's eating his Easter egg, you know, his Kinder Bueno chocolate. Landshark, they
Kinder
gave...
Schokolade.
Yeah, chocolate. Landshark said they gave Hammy today off so he can finally blink, so no hamsters running the wheel. Sure, but then there we had 30 seconds for the red circle after you click anything. Oh God, yeah. German sarcasm. Never heard of her. Okay, amazing. STFC briefing is the STFC Rachtos. Yeah, APAC is up, which means, you know, you guys are the beta testers. Let us know, Clarky, if it's all working, how G5 scrapping is. We scrapped the first ship, how it's like. That's going to be amazing. And let's prove Loston correct. Loston, are you excited?
I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. We're not going to hear from the EU people because they're going to be so excited and elated that they've all of a sudden all hit Ops 80 from just scrapping one singular G5 ship. It's so great. Amazing.
Can I have your drugs, please?
Yeah, exactly. Brian,
Is it just me, or when he said it's so great, did you think of Tony the Tiger?
Yes, I do think of Tony the
Tiger. Great.
Yeah, it's so great. Brian, maintenance was extended. I think the structural stuff, basically we sent them the 126 things that we have put on that list, and they, I think it's just, there's a few things that players are more keen on getting fixed than other things at the moment. And hopefully that will be something that they go for. So Brian, I hope that it works really well. And also this arc, let me try and give you, like, I told Quazel this, and I've said it to a few people. It feels like 2 part 1s of an arc.
Yep.
There's no part 2. It feels like part 1, here's some armadas, and then usually expect an armada beating thing. But what you ended up with was another part 1 of, here's some hostiles that you can't kill, but you need the sphere for. And they haven't given us the solution to extend the amount of, stuff for it. So, but what I believe this means is that they are focusing on hopefully strong structural fixes, because they've been great behind the scenes. The official CCs have been asked to do things. There's loads of people been asked to do things, and they're trying everything in their power to try and get this to work. Quasel and Joe Erg are speaking in German and they're dissing me, which is amazing.
Continue.
Exactly, which is amazing. Yeah, Amiga J's like, yeah, I can speak German. I can speak French as well. I won't speak in French because Halo doesn't like my French. Halo just says my French is terrible. What are you talking about, Halo? My French is spot on. First Contact Part 3 as Academy arc is cancelled. What? What are you talking about? There's a First Contact Part 3. I don't even know what's coming next. We don't think... I haven't seen anything certainly, but the official CCs see it before me, and it's only week 1 of the arc. I don't think they'd see that. No, I'm not going to sing what what's his name, Ras Dohasnich. Yeah, that what's the singer? Is it Rasmussen who sings that song? They offer 99 packs to increase amount of lag. Yes, that's a good idea. Nigel, don't speak French. It's terrible as your English. Wow, Kelrick, how dare you? Huh? Oui, je parle un petit peu le français, hein? Hey, lost in. Sous ma bite salon.
You're all going on about how terrible his foreign accent is, and honestly, his English accent is worse.
Lost in, sous ma bite salon, huh? Yeah, lost in. Yeah, you heard me say it. What are you going to say about it? Oh, look at you. Très bien. Oh, oui. The toilet's just round the corner, Lostin. Just got to leave your office and go to the second one down the hall. Well, he tried. Yes, I did try, Chronox. No, G5 scrapping. GS31 still lags. Every menu transition still lags, and no extra trait. Great. Wait, Joan, let's have a look. I mean, they've gone into extended maintenance. I hear Snails trying to speak. Yeah, of course. Well, that's the same for chess payout, dependent on it. Thanks for that. Ras Misty. Oh, yeah, Jess, that's your favorite song. It's the song that you think about when you're saying hi to NetNiv. Which means, oh, for God's sake, you two. He tried a surge, was horrible lag. Oh, dear. You tried surges? Oh.
Currently doing surges, running fine.
Ooh. Mr. Lostin, you hear Quasel, everything runs fine for him. He's just got like super internet and super game.
Yeah, I have just a proper skill set on top of it,
Yeah, listening to Educated Tries. I do try, Joe Work. I will stop. All I want out of all of this extended maintenance is for surges to work tonight. Well, Brian, Quasel's telling us it seems to be working pretty okay. I'm going to say pretty okay.
You, for now. Who knows? I mean... And I got the feeling that chest pulls are a little bit better. Like, I know I have to wait only 5 seconds instead of 10-ish or something like that.
Yeah, but also, what's the repair like? Is the repair thing fixed?
I didn't have a ship to repair yet. I can't tell you.
That's the most important thing right now. That repair thing
true.
It's horrendous.
That's so annoying.
Quasel is so good at the game, he never has to repair his ships.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the
you
solution.
heard it here first.
That's the solution, Lostin. Just don't die, and you're fine, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's how it works. Obviously, the chat's don't understand the sarcasm. I think there are too many in here. Are they? No, they understand it's sarcasm. They understand sarcasm, Crisito. They definitely understand the sarcasm. Listening in the Punta Beach. Yeah, thank you. Have they fixed Ultra Recruits giving 0-0 and hard freezing? I don't know. Spark, we'll have a look now. No, game is coming back online is most important. I've never noticed any lag in the game, says Ostis. Oscar said, give it time. Players will find bug and expect compensation gift. Sure, Oscar, we'll see how that works. Landshark, no, it is definitely sarcasm. You have to play for any damage to happen. Just saying, which is absolutely hilarious. Repairs work. Oh, they have. They repaired. The repairs work. A Jones 79 says it actually worked. Oh, thank you, Dr. Ansha, for the 100 bits cheering. The repairs have worked, it sounds like to me. Quasel, if you can confirm as well. Every STFC player to understand sarcasm. 7 years of improvement still doesn't work. I know Divine was giving leaks for every fix today. Yeah, right. I wish I was giving leaks. No one tells me anything. Behind the scenes ever.
Yeah, leaking left and right, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, repairs are good, are working. So yeah, Quasel, if you did have to repair, just let us know if that actually works really well. But yes,
I will quickly send on a ship.
I have one to repair. Let me do it now. Sigma repair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and spend all the net on it. That's fine.
Yeah, didn't get the double bug that we were seeing. So.
Oh, fantastic! That's a nice fix. There you go. Loston can now go to his clicking. So the repair looks like it's working, which is great. Great news for that. I'm intrigued. Can someone go and click on? This is genuinely like intrigued because I don't know. If you click on the scrapping module, do you have 1 or 2 scrapping spots? Or remember last time the 2 appeared?
Let me go find out.
Yeah, remember last time when the
I'll
2
go
appeared, but we
inside.
couldn't
On
use the
my
second one.
way.
One spot.
I'd have to scrap something. But yeah, it looks like there's only one
The
spot.
second one says instant scrap G5
Oh,
solved all.
God.
Well,
Yeah, it's
no.
definitely sarcasm. STFC is a roadmap for 24, 25, and
It's a
26.
weird
So yeah,
game.
apologies to our multilingual listeners here. We are joking on a lot of the guesses. I do hope that G5 scrapping will come soon. In the in-game news, it says aiming for April, but the GM has promised it by July. So between that time, it should arrive in game, and hopefully it'll come at a good state. Remember when G4 scrapping came and it wasn't that great in numbers, and we had to sort of battle for it. Hoping G5 doesn't do that, but don't expect it to be able to scrap a ship in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or even 10 days, because I mean it takes like, what's that largest one? Your G4 Epic takes how long? Like with all the efficiencies, 6 or 7 days? 7.
Yeah, but you need to be like 27 or 24-ish in the beginning, like
Yeah, it used to be longer.
something like that.
I can say I've just scrapped my Revenant because obviously that's the fastest thing we can scrap at 45 seconds, minutes even, not seconds. I was lost things getting in my head now. But yeah, that went in. It scrapped, but it did stay in the scrapping window. So I did think, oh, maybe I could do a second one. So I tried the second one, but no, it said you've already got a ship scrapping. So that's it. When I look on the screen, there's only the one queue, but obviously you can ask for help as you always could, and that's it. So it doesn't look any different than it did, but
fair enough.
It's there.
Did you try to click a G5 chip? I'm just saying, maybe it works. Maybe it'll work. It'll work.
Well, let's hope. G5 stacking Pram, 3 tiers, $100 a year, taking 45 days down to 10. Yeah, who knows? 45 days is still pretty impressive if that happens. I guess they turned some of the servers back on and scopely checked for the AOS upgrade pack. G5 Prime instant scrapping will cost 1,000 new currency, which you can buy, but there's only 100 new currency in one pack, so you have to limit it to 20 packs. That's what Jess says. Tried and didn't work. Tried, no go. No, G5 scrapping will be a Prime only feature. I don't know. I think G5 scrapping will come like every other scrapping. It's just don't expect. The problem is we've waited so long. Our expectations are really high, and the player sentiment is not towards like you're gonna have to overdo it to make us happy, and not even do the basics will make us happy. And there's obviously the artifact, which gives you 250% scrapping speed, but that artifact. I mean, we have 1,750 already in the game. With that artifact, you get to 2,000%. I don't know how much difference that makes to scrapping. So that'll be something to keep a very close eye on if I were you. But focus on your FKR. Get your one or two FKR ships really, really, really strong, and keep working on those. Doing it that. Thank you, Nigel. I've got my mug today. Oh, thank you, You'll Eat Bugs. Thank you very much for supporting us with that giveaway. I like handing those prizes out to people for everything that they do. Just loads of great people here that do quite a lot. So that's the main thing with the event. So basically, Riskbreaker or anyone else, are we happy to get the 4 events back even if they don't overlap the weekend, or would you rather not have it unless they overlap the weekend?
Overlap.
Yeah, overlap will be the key. So we'll ask the question on Tuesday, and I will see that. Mad Hatter says he's edging towards 70. So Mad Hatter, the first thing that I want to give you advice on is get your G6 Epic, whichever one you choose. Don't worry about speeding up. The key thing is to get it to tier 12 or tier 13 or 14, because I would rather you go into G7 without the aggro. If you're willing to go through the aggro, like genuinely willing to go through the aggro, and I mean it's serious aggro, the quicker you jump to G7, you get loads of stuff for G6. Lostin, what would be your advice for someone who's maybe on the edge of a strong enough ship to kill the mission hostile? Would you tell a G6 player just jump anyway? or would you tell them?
I think as soon as you can get into G7, it's worth clicking to 71.
Okay.
I think you have to set your expectation that you may not be able to do the kill events with
Yeah.
consistency, but your increase in G6 rewards is pretty significant.
Yeah.
And so it will help you get there faster.
Yeah.
And the truth is, what you're missing out on is um,
Yeah.
really only the Sigma faction credits, which you couldn't get at 70 anyway.
Yeah. True.
So I don't, there's not a lot of downside for doing it as long as it's not going to bother you that you struggle to do the daily kill events. And you
Yeah.
will get your epics up much, much faster once you make that jump.
Yeah.
I don't really see a downside. Be prepared to see some insane numbers when you
Yes.
try and like tier things up, but it makes it much easier to level up your ships. Much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing to go through the pain. That is the
Mm.
most important thing. You prepare yourself that you won't be able to complete all your dailies comfortably. It will take you longer, but that will be something that you need to prepare for. What do you think, Beach Whale?
So I'm just going to give a little counter argument. I don't necessarily disagree.
Yeah.
But what I am starting to see, and especially with a lot of the new arcs are releasing, I'm going to use the Conquer Spheres here, is that so many of the players I'm seeing going to G7 right now,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, as long as I have my epic at this point, then this is going to be easier. But so many of them do not have their officers or their research to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Granted,
Mhm.
you get the combat research gate that you have to have all the G6 research done, but that's not enough. People put way too much into opsing up and not focusing on the two most important things, officers and research.
Yeah.
And I am struggling to get that through to people. Stop opsing up. All you're going to do is hurt yourself in the long run with frustration,
Yeah.
and it's going to drive people to quit. And when, and I'm just going to add in real quick, when Scopely keeps adding in new hostiles that players can't do, because pretty much everyone in my alliance, 65 and under, can't kill a single Conqueror Borg if they don't have the Spirit. That drives more people to quit because they're like, I'm doing everything I possibly can, but I can't play the game.
Yeah.
And I think both of those kind of go together. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I mean, research and officers make a huge difference and people ignore them. And you shouldn't. I do think, but the condition that Nigel asked me about was if you're right on the edge of being able to push to 71.
Yes.
Sitting at 70 doesn't help you get that any faster than if you push to 71. And I actually think making that little jump will help you catch up faster because you'll have more access to materials than you did before. But you have to understand that you're going to be a very weak 71 and you're not going to be able to interact in the same way that you might otherwise.
100%.
Oh, and like I started my statement with, I don't necessarily disagree. There's just some caveats I wanted to add, and maybe for people who are 69 or lower.
Yeah.
Don't rush to get there.
Go on, Quaisel.
It's for me, it's even more the focus on officers because most of the G6 research is kind of, well, you can catch up on that quicker because you're getting more income of the rares and stuff. But officers, they don't get quicker. And fleet commanders, I've seen so many people ignoring fleet commander skills. That's even worse because some of them have really powerful abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'd focus fleet commanders and officers because research, increased income, you can catch up on that. But the PQ at max, that takes time. And that's key for a lot of encounters these days.
Yeah. And good thing is like Jeff Game says, with his tier 12 Cruncher, he can kill 1871 kills per hull. He probably has good research. Little Tim comes with a very good piece of advice. Little Tim says, if you're 69 plus, stop collecting your loyalty rewards, save them for when you go to 71. The rewards will be so much better that you can tier up your epic much easier, which also helps with that Lost In and Beach Well saying you jump up. But Beach Well brings up a good point saying make sure your officers are strong. Mike Quaisel, for example, has got Walk Scotty. maxed, and I haven't got him maxed, but the difference it makes for him helps him with his gameplay, shows that he's got good strength in that. Panda Pirate is renowned for doing his officers, and he's got 8,000 points as well as the mess hall, which allows him to be very strong against whatever hostile they throw at him. The thing is, as long as you have really strong officers, all maxed, all pushing your ability, all doing what you can, that is important. Crisito says, counterpoint to the can't kill new bug hostile with a new ship. They are not supposed to be able to do so, so losing their minds can't be interesting. It's like Ascendancy gives advice saying 71 is like a cliff face, unlike going to 61. So hopefully that gives people like NetNiv and MJ Hat the advice on what to do to get there. And also remember now, they've closed the brackets. Like the brackets are now, the mid-ops is this very weird 20 to 50. Then you've got this 51 to 54, which are like the middle, unknown which side they go thing. I think they get the battle pass of the top game, but not the stuff that goes with it. So try and find your sweet spot as well. Don't be stuck behind. Or if you're back there, focus on your officers. Win all the leaderboards. Do everything you can. Dr. Iron Chef would say on his game that he loves camping because he can win the leaderboards at that level and then get all the officers at very high levels before jumping up, and also trying to find where they can do to jump up. So as a G6 player, keep an eye on that. Also, what happens if the content starts going up? What if Ops 55 becomes now the next content's Ops 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61? Do you know what I mean? 62, 63. I wouldn't have thought it would go to past 60 anyway. But yes, and just be wary if that happens. Don't worry about missing out. Learn from the people who are going there to try and accelerate themselves. Riskbreaker brings up a good point. And with Jim PI, I'll go Jim PI first. This game is not a race. There's no true end game. So you just go at your pace when you find enjoyment. While Riskbreaker says, no, people were complaining that they were getting too much content. Now the new board grind is locked behind the sphere. Now people complain they can't do it. If it doesn't stop free to play from progressing, though, their Maverick task. Outside this month's new board grind events, non-spheres has no reason to hit those anyway. And Riskbreaker, I don't have the sphere. I'm progressing beautifully, to be honest with you. I'm really, really happy that I don't have to deal with that loop. I'll just go, great, well, I'm getting loads of rewards. My alliance are doing well. There's I think 2 people or 3 people in my alliance got the sphere. Good on them. They probably get us to milestone 3, 4, or 5 of the Borg alliance one. I'm getting a few epic credits. I now know in 100 to 200 days, I'll have my Borg sphere and I'll have some epic credits to play with us straight away when I unlock it. And I think that's great. Lost In is leaving us for now. Thank you very much, buddy. With everything, bud. Good luck on your real life stuff that you got to do. Thank you very much, Lost In, for joining us on stage. Nudge Fireball says, can't wait. Lost In will win everything once scrapping starts. Yes. General Hoke says...
MJ
is releasing today, Tuesday. No, General Hoke, there's no G5 scrapping, nothing official. We are saying it would be amazing if G5 scrapping came soon. We don't know. There's no official anything. There's no unofficial anything, and there's no rumors at all. We were just joking. Brian says, let's all be honest. None of us ever thought G7 was going to be a thing, and now it is. But Brian, the key thing is that I think that repair fix is quite a critical thing that's happened. Dundesh cheered with one. Thank you very much, Dundesh. It's important to sort of realize that these little fixes will help, and I think on Tuesday, I hope they do a big fix in the game. Which is going to be amazing. Mr. Spark, yes, I'm glad that we could help you out. I don't find an increase in G6 materials was enough to offset the material spend SMS milestone increase. And G7 materials are only trickling in. Yes, they become slow. But Luna says, Ops Lock's new content prevents lower Ops from earning rewards for the new content from the Arc Battle Pass. Yes, I agree, but don't worry about chasing it down. Sometimes it's good to be a little bit behind and let people go through the growing pains, let's call them, right? So they can go through all the stuff, go through the pains. You can hear from people like Lost In, like, Beached Whale, Sniper, and, Shockwave Prime, who are pushing things, and then they go, this is good, that's not good, this is great. And that's the advice you get from following people, on this type of Discord and so on and so forth. We will be expanding, by the way. I will open the Q&A for the actor tonight I didn't do it yesterday. I was trying to give the associate producers one more go. I will open the Q&A for our first of 3 actors that are coming in to do Q&As tonight in the Discord. So make sure you join the Discord to be able to ask questions. Their PR team will tick off the questions that will be asked. And what I'll do is I'm going to find an emoji that I put on there so I know your question's going to be asked. And then 2 out of the 3 will give us a bit more time, as in they'll allow people on the stage and we can ask direct questions. So yeah, be wary.
Can I just quote something MJ said when you were talking about the sphere and stuff?
Yeah, please do.
He says his alliance sucks, and that was literally his words verbatim.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the fact that
because they
also
do. They do.
Yeah. It's
they do.
And that's the reason you're going to go and get your sphere, isn't it? Though, but
well, okay. For my progression, just to argue with you, Netnev, because I know that this you really felt the need. I got you.
Yeah.
The idea behind it, Netnev, is that for my progression, and that's true ascendancy. You're not wrong, Ostis. I hear you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. The whole thing is they can't complete the tasks. There's only 30 people in my alliance that can even participate.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to get a head start on all the G7 efficiency stuff. I am pushing to get to 70. I know people are saying, hey, that's a mistake. Don't do it. But for me, this is the way I want to play the game.
Yeah.
I want to get there.
And also, MJ Pierre Mir brought up a good point earlier. He said it's really good for G6 or someone close to G7 or G7 players who need the efficiencies. So your point is very valid on doing so. So if you feel that it helps you in your progression, then why not? Like if I felt it helped me with my progression, I would get it. But I'm stuck in what I want from progression is not what I want to, let go of $100 for. Like I want to let go for $100 for an efficiency that's going to help me specifically where I am because I'm stuck. Well, if I get the Borg Sphere, sure, yeah, I get more credits, more this, that, and the other, and it's nice. Is the store amazing? It's okay. I've got to tier it up really high for the store to be incredible. So I'm like, why not wait? Like the GS31 gave so many parts, it's amazing. It'll never be that. Yes, it's got some nice store bits and stuff like that. I'm doing Cochrane 1 shard a day. I'm doing the Borg Cube 2 shards a day so far, and I'm maintaining it. And I'm like, do you know what? While I can still continue that, that's great. I still think they need to look at the numbers. I don't know what the numbers were previously because this official CCs have done an amazing
50% more.
50% more. So official CCs have already done a better job at getting it down. And I don't think you guys even knew what the final numbers were you? Because the thing that they sent us, the mods as well, didn't have numbers on it that told you before.
I think they updated it the day before or something like that.
Yeah,
so
right.
We talked about it. They said to look into it because we rose the issue with the tier up costs, which is still a big issue. Like I could tier up my officers, but I don't want to spend the credit or don't have the credit.
Yeah.
So I hope there comes some sort of, I don't know what, but that's.
Do you know what they could do?
It feels
Quasel?
so bad. It's the first time I have the shards and I can tier up the officer to the max level because I've won them quota thing. And I'm sitting there and looking at above 300 shards on my Cochrane, and I'm like, okay, and now what? It's like,
Yeah.
Well, and
that feels bad.
To your point, Quasel, buying the sphere, and again, I'm not saying everyone should run and buy it. That is not at all. I'm going to because I feel like I can tier up. I don't have to sink the credits in. There's just A, B, C, and D.
Yes.
There's so many different reasons as to why. That's why it has value to me.
Yeah, it's
to
great.
Someone else it may not have that same value.
No, 100%. But for a G6 player that's up 67 that does really well with his account, it's definitely a good investment on your side.
It's not bad.
Afostis says that how you have done the math from the unlock to the tier you want. It's like a lot of days. Tier 3 sphere requires Sigma Trit. Guess you have to give G5 Sigma Trit. Yes, that has been brought up, Divine, but there are a few ships that have that overlap. Panda Pirate
and
says,
you know what?
Yeah.
It's been even more expensive on the test server.
Yeah, it was more expensive. So fantastic on doing that for us as official CCs, which is very nice of them to put that feedback in, which is superb. Panda Pirate says, Panda's happy to twiddle with his extremely good-looking Tier 11 sphere that gives all the bits and bobs. As an Op 73 player, there's also rare G7 mats in the upgrade packs. That's good. That's a good thing. See? So that's Panda Pirate, the legend and icon of all officers in the game. But the thing about Panda Pirate and how he plays his game is it inspires someone like me. I am focusing on my officers so much to trying to get to 8,000 points. That's what I want to get to. I'm inches away, by the way, Panda. I'm really close. But there are loads of officers, the tier 5s, that I can't quite get to. But you've inspired me because, you made a very good point that no matter what hostile they throw at Panda, he's always ready for whatever that comes in because they are not prepared for maxed everything. Which I think is important. And Jeff Games brings up a good point as well. He says, I believe alliances with a low to medium amount of members benefit from buying the sphere to make up the lack of Maverick credits or renowned reputation compared to larger alliances. Yeah, exactly. And Rage Star with a 20. Wow, 20 stream streak. Thank you very much, Rage Star, for I think it's 20 streams.
Nigel.
Yes, and go ahead, Beach Whale.
I just want to. Can we quit giving Panda a big head about the 8,000? There's so many of us over 8,000 now. Come on.
I'm saying, Beach Whale, it helped me when I saw him do it, and it made sense for me to follow him. This
Absolutely,
is me personally.
but we need to up the standard for Panda. The 8,000 is just not cutting it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not cutting it at all.
You can be
also,
below
can
that
I-
if you have focus on the right ones.
Yeah, true.
I'm way below
Right,
8K.
Yeah, and then NetNiv.
Can I just curse you because you had me scrap my Revenant? Well, I picked the Revenant, but you had me scrap it, and now my alliance is doing the freaking.
That's your own fault. That's your own fault.
Yeah, exactly. If you were in not as a good of alliance like MJ, then it wouldn't be a problem.
Yep.
You see what I did there?
At least your game's online.
at least your game's online. Yeah. The US servers seem. Are they still down? No, Panda Pirate.
They are still down.
I'm with you, buddy. You're always my guy for this. Okay, there isn't many with 8,000 on the mess hall. Yeah, no, I know Riskbreaker. What I mean is I'm on, I think, 7,800 and something, or whatever it is. So there are a few officers, which obviously I can't tear up because I'm hoping they do. Have they done the efficiencies with officers? Thanks, Joey. The US is still down. They do the tier up with the officers. Hopefully they release an efficiency. How they do with the officer shards that give you efficiency on tiering up the officer, if there's such a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like something that just limits those Maverick credits down or limits the outpost credits down. I mean, every time I want to tier up an outpost officer, I'm like, do I want to do 16 outposts and do this one tier up, or do I wait? Which is painful, isn't it?
Mine are all tier 1. Mine are all tier 1 because no, I'm not gonna spend that stuff. Not for the crew.
No,
Too
exactly.
few PvP actions for me.
Do you know what? I really hope they go. I don't know what was wrong with the old style of we had Officer XP, we tiered it up whatever we tiered it up with. It was straightforward. I didn't get this special currency stuff that started entering, and we've had 8, 9, or 10 arcs in a row of these specialist credits, which is annoying, really. But it stops us from ever progressing. But
I would say that's probably because we managed to work out ways and through the things that they've given us to give so much just standard officer and Shakes XP so easily, and with the lat and stuff, that it became an economy thing, for want of a better word to say. We found it too easy. It was too easy. So they didn't want to allow everything to continue that way, and so we've seen a divergence into lots of different currencies, which gives us headaches because we've got to remember what currencies used where, what gets converted into what. And I don't think that's great. Maybe they should have, a bit like with Sigma, they went from standard stuff to Sigma stuff, and you know what, we sort of they kind of reset it, and it did reset it, and we have found it's worked differently. Why they couldn't do the same thing with officers and had Sigma officer XP and Sigma thingy, and then we just know it's just that simple. It's not all this complicated. Oh, those ones need augment credits, and those ones need oh wait, and these ones need 4 credits, and these ones need what?
Yeah,
You know,
and this, it's too much. It's not like they've put it at a a reasonable rate. And the problem is now you've got 3 Armada officers, right? That everyone will probably want to tier up. I know that we
Yeah.
probably won't have an issue in maybe a year's time or maybe 18 months' time because we'll probably be swimming in those credits. But it's like 350k, am I right, Quasel, to tier up to max?
Something like that.
Yeah, which is
I
a
mean,
lot.
even to take all of those officers to tier 2, just the first tier,
Yes.
and assume you have all 3, and assume you're getting even 3k a week of the 3k per day, which
Yeah.
is a very high assumption. Most people are more like at 1.5k or something like that.
Yeah.
So with 3k, that's 25 days just to get the 3 officers to tier 2.
Oof.
Sorry, but that's a month, and that's on an account with a good income. If you have around 1500, that's like double the time. That's like 50 days. That's 2 months, and you can't pull anything else. Just that and nothing else.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I get choice, but that's not a choice. That's just spend or be lost.
Yeah, true. And Beachwell does say is 300k per officer, but Cruzito brings up a very good point. He says, so something to think of. A lot of what I'm hearing is from players is that at the top, because they accelerated through the content, feels like we don't have enough. Whereas those who have done or have done that spend or sped through don't have the same perception, and they're just chilling in the game. So people that haven't sped through the game and took their time, they seem to get a lot more space. And Sandra brings up a good point as well. She says if tiering the officers is too hard or too time or pay gated, it greatly devalues the officer value after a simple unlock, which in turn makes the players spend less on the officers. In my opinion, one of the things they should be easy to do, either tier it up or the Sarge acquisition, so people feel the urge to pay for the other part. Exactly. Like we've suggested, give people the ship on day one. Make the tiering the hard part, so that everyone's involved in it. Or, or give them like a battle pass where you can, unlock half of it, buy the second half, wait for a battle pass on another month to try and get it, or the bottom part of the battle pass gives you the second part of the ship, just so that people think about doing a $20 thing. And I think the Borg Cube was a very good example of how it worked and how the Talios worked, where they gave everyone the shards, and you spend most of your time trying to get the tier up material. So you get into it way, way more. Panda Pirate agrees with Cruzito. He says, I agree. Those players who are stuck at the G7 rare building materials, will have basically nothing to do in the game. If you are a G7 player has been slow rolling, there are plenty of reasons to engage in the new content and uncommon G7 building efficiencies. Panda stepped on the gas too quickly in G6 to do arenas and won't be making the same mistake in G7. That is from the office of pandapirate.com. Riskbreaker agrees 100%. So that's a good thing for you guys to be wary of. So as a G6 player, take your time. While you're getting to 70, when you get that epic ship, get it to the good level. So that what I did personally is I had my Crencher maxed and my cube maxed before I jumped to 71. And it was the best thing I ever did. And yes, it took a long time. But I did it that way because I wanted to go into the new content, not wanting to spend hours and hours and hours and hours on end trying to find a way to do it. And I found myself, when I got to 71, went to 72 quickly because I wanted to jump the minor situation way ahead. And that was it. And that's when I did the super big jump, because I'm like, well, okay, that's a different way to play the game. But it shows if you take your time, you can do more. I think they want us to take our time these days. So maybe no need to rush. Killer Angel says, I've got, last time said that in the BP should be 50% of the ship, 100% paid in the BP. Killer Angel, it's my sarcasm that you don't understand. Flossie, there's always stuff to do in the game, though. It's just enjoying playing the game if you're stuck waiting for materials. I know. I'm like, I've got a target in my head and things that I want to get to and things that I want to try and sort of bring to my gameplay. And every time I see someone, I'm like, cool, well, what I want to do is see if I can achieve this or that, the other, and I don't rush through things. But the good thing is we do have Cruzito on the stage. Cruzito, your thoughts, sir?
Well, I was having a conversation with a couple of players about this kind of subject, right? Where we were talking about some things that were said on a couple of podcasts about where the larger players are needing to, or not necessarily the larger players, right? But folks that are actually accelerating through content,
Yeah.
they feel as like we don't get either the materials fast enough, the RSS fast enough, the shards fast enough, whatever it is,
Yeah.
that we're not getting those as quickly as what we would like or probably were used to in the past. And I think if you look at and you talk to probably, I guess what they're calling the mid ops now, probably a little bit higher than that, right? So maybe just above the mid ops or the players that are battle pass type players only. There's a lot to do in the game for them, right? And I think to some extent it seems like it's overwhelming,
Yeah.
but at the same time, those players or even free to play players
Mm-hmm.
don't get that sense that we have, right? In fact, they're going out and doing their rev modas. They're going out and doing their four modas or their crenums or whatever it is. And so they're just going along and doing it. But I think those of us that are at the top are the ones that are just losing our minds, if you will, that, oh, I can't upgrade my buildings fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the intent, right? Like they don't want us to do that, whether we like it or not, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the players that are probably in that G6, lower G6, mid G6,
Mm-hmm.
I think they probably, especially if you're free to play ish,
Yeah.
are probably not feeling the pain as much as we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
It's
agree.
the same price, right? It's the same price, but it's for a different reason. They're not sitting there going, "Oh, the game is just not giving me the stuff fast enough." Where
Yeah.
they're looking at it going, "It's not that I'm not getting the stuff fast enough. I just have way too much to do, and so when I do it, I'll get the things I need to, but there's just a lot to do there." And so
Yeah.
I think there's a bit of a middle ground that we've got to look at.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Crisito. You've got people like Divine who says, I just do the bare minimum required to progress. No real need to increase your costs as there's always new and better things coming. Agreed. Taking time is fine, Velvet Thunder says, but there needs to be a balance. Players need feeling of progression or get frustrated. Unless, the only thing is, Velvet, is if someone like literally pays for everything and gets to the end and goes, well, I need more. Yeah, and Oscar says, there are too many tasks is right. While Joey says, I'm free to play and it will take forever to get my buildings done. At 66, Joey, you're in a good place. 67, you're going to start struggling with the Orions and things like that. So be wary of those things. So that will be something to look forward to. Jason V. Dead says, I've been enjoying where I am at the game. Gives me time to do things and enjoy the challenge, which is fantastic news. From the what did he call himself, the weird friend, I don't know what it is, that his I can't remember his statement, copyrighted as well, so which is probably I can't say. Formatron says we don't have enough Sigma-Trid to take ships where they need to be in G7. Agreed, but I think efficiencies will arrive and things will come and things will become easier. Like how many G5 ships you can now build like willy-nilly without even thinking about it. You get the BPs, you put it down, you smash through a few, and that'll be amazing. You've done it. And E11EE, 11EE, 11E, which wasn't called very well in the marbles on Dr. Iron Chef's stream by Quasel, says that she agrees with the statement. The Land Shark says, true. I remember when started at 33, 34, seems like a huge hurdle to get the first epic. But now it's not. Maflat agrees, 1974 DP. He goes, 100% agree. Loads to do, but it's a bit of a grind and getting things higher due to the lack of material. Yes, but you will start getting them. Everything will become easier and everything will work out. And Joey says, even though he's free to play and he gets to 66, he is still enjoying the game. The key thing is I want people to enjoy the game and focus on the enjoyment aspect. Because when you find the enjoyment, you don't look at things that was sort of done in every way possible. That was to do that.
I mean, enjoying the game comes down to how you want to play and what makes you feel good playing it. For me, I do the basics, which is the battle pass and the daily events. And I enjoy doing those because they're dead easy, they're dead quick, get them done, knocked out, job done. And then I look at all the loops that I need to do, and I look at the events I need to do, and I work out what I want to do. Most days I will try and do as much of it as I can. Some days I'll look at it and go, you know what, I'm done. I'm already done. And I just see the rest as extras. So if I do those extras, then great. I've got some extras and I've sped them up a little bit. But if I haven't, then it'll take me a little bit longer. But I come mostly to this game to help people out with their gameplay and to enjoy my alliance, enjoy things, and even enjoy the abuse that Nigel gives me.
Yeah, well, that is what I do. But Free Swag says Sigma Trait seems to be easier to collect mid 60s, 61 to 64, and then after that it's painful.
Sigma Trait? It's
Formaltron
painful.
says G5 uses regular trait, needs Sigma Trait for G6, G7. You hit a point of diminishing returns when you have over 2,000% efficiencies, need resources, which is also very valid from Formaltron. And then Admiral Inworlder says Nigel gives us all a boost. It's very kind of you, sir. I do try my best, but I also want to be factual and direct. I don't mess about. Like, there's no point beating about the bush. When someone asks for something, sometimes I'd be like, well, that's not happening because that's not how their thought process is at the moment. But it doesn't mean it can't be changed. I can just go, I will still attack it, but I need to put your expectations down so you're not expecting the miracle to happen. You know what I mean? Like, Omega J was dreaming the G6 scrapping was coming already. Flossie says, I want to say Spox Club's inventory is fantastic to help you figure out what you need to do. With inventory, set your alerts for the loot you want to maintain, and it will tell you what you need to work on. You can ignore everything else loot-wise. It is fantastic set of information. You know what I wish? And I'm just going to say it out publicly. I don't think I've spoken to any of these people. I would love, personally, with Sudo's STFC cheat sheet, to turn to STFC Officer Toolset cheat sheet and combine those two worlds together, because I think then you'd have the best of both worlds. So if you haven't tried yet, I would love Stewie Doo and Quasel to work together on something like that. That would be the ultimate combination of the final bits that you can have in one place, and I hope they both would consider that. It's something like I use the Officer Toolset sheet all the time. Absolutely love it. I use Spox Club all the time, which is great because it's got integration with Officer Toolset. Now, if you can just get Officer Toolset to integrate with the green sheet and put all that info in there. I don't know what you think, Quasel. I'm just thinking outside the box here. That would make it
I
the
have
ultimate.
raised the question, so maybe this is happening or not. It depends on flavor and time and the
Stewie's
Officer
great.
Toolset has a lot of stuff that's not yet in the cheat sheet. So especially all the away team stuff is kind of complex to maybe transfer over. So lots of things to consider there. So it might happen, but I'm not against it. I'm open of it. I raised the issue, but we will see what comes from it.
Oh, amazing.
And I mean, there are talks about another missing piece, like getting the research kind of properly flagged, like we had for the officers. I'm trying to get Lightbull to do a test run on stuff we already have.
Great.
But it's a little bit more work. So lots of idea flowing around.
Yeah.
And to the stuff discussed about all the, like, we lacked Sigma Trait and this and that. Don't forget, removing one bottleneck kind of reveals what? The next bottleneck. Because something will always be a bottleneck. Like today, when I did my G5 stuff, I ran into a lack of G5 Epic ore. Because, we don't get that a lot.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because it's been a weird thingy. Because it's just with the crystal packs. So it's like in some areas it won't help. In other areas it might be better. That's why we're raising issues like the officer tier up costs, because I think that's overboarding. And in other areas it's just give it time. You're completely right. Enjoy the raid. Enjoy the like, take the scenic route, like I do in Lost In's races very often. Like, just look left and right. And I'm fine sitting at 72, working on a lot of other stuff. So it's like getting rid of that ops is everything, Just take your time, like in G3, and do the other stuff.
Yeah, and Crisito?
Yeah, so one of the things I spend in the game, right? I typically will buy the new feature, and that's just because I want to go ahead and prime myself, and then get whatever that is, or that loop, or that ship, or whatever, and get it going. Right now, do I tier him up often? Not necessarily. It depends, right? If there's some other synergy where tearing up the Borg sphere will complete this other event and another event, kind of like now we got the officer thing. So just tearing it up help with that? Sure. So then maybe I may or may not spend on it. But I think for me, just getting the feature to start it and then just playing in it is why I'm spending, right?
Yeah.
And I know on the free to play path, that's not necessarily always the case.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of look back and go, well, maybe that's, if I went straight free to play, it's like, well, that's because I'm still engaging, unfortunately, in some of the stuff that was, came out, a couple months ago, or maybe even 6 months ago at that point, right? But I think you can still then find that enjoyment. And the one thing that is interesting is that, if you want a PvP, and I know we always go to that piece, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of look at this as a never-ending campaign kind of game, right? Especially on the PvE side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody plays Candy Crush or whatever. I was looking at some of the numbers and it's crazy. They release 5 new levels every single week,
Yeah.
right? Which means you're never going to get to the end of the game. So you need to just enjoy your way as going through it, right? And I think that's the one thing is that I when I went to G7, I recognized, okay, 80's the goal. But I know that they're not going to probably come out and give us 81 through 90 for at least 2 years. Now I can get there today or get there quick and spend a bunch of money and get there
Yeah.
really early, or I can spend to get the new features, that even if it's a one trick pony, whatever it is, so that I can go and play and then just do my daily plays and my daily requirements or whatever it is, and then just be in the game for as much as I want or not want. But I'm not going to lose or stress trying to get to 80 when I know that the newest generation isn't coming for 2 years, right? So it's kind of like, do I want to get there right as 81 is getting ready to drop, or do I want to be at 80 for 6, 7, 8 months
Yeah.
and then really not do anything? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the thing. And I think
Mhm.
Scopely, whether they're really trying to or not, I'm taking from it and I'm inferring from it is they don't want me to do that. So I'm not going to. And if that means I spend a little less, then I spend a little less, but I'm probably going to be happier. So that guess what? When there is time to spend, I'm okay with spending.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's about timing your investments and making sure that things work in the best way possible and trying to do that. Chronox said he still has the repair bug, by the way. Maybe you haven't updated properly, Chronox. You should have learned it's really important to sort of do so. VNEC, if you're about, you're more than welcome to join us if you wish, sir. But the most important thing to sort of realize, people, is that enjoy the game. And I think Divine brings a very good point. He plays in a good way. Cruzito's doing the same things. Like, I'm a little bit of spender. Taco, you've joined us. What do you think, Taco? How do you play your game? Now you've jumped to 71. How does it feel jumping into there?
I mean, it's about the same. I mean, I don't really focus on doing the art as Scopely wants me to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go hunt. I'm gonna go hunt my old PC, and I'm gonna do what I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's the important thing. And then, did you get the sphere, Taco, by any chance?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and how is it for you?
I mean, it's a tier 4. I'm not rushing to max it out. To me, I mean, it's just a one trick pony. It's not a ship that I'm gonna be using every day.
Yeah, exactly, and it does what it needs to do. And that's the most important thing. It's like the loop isn't difficult. Nothing's difficult with it. It just it just does what it needs to do.
You just have to remember. You just have to remember certain officers don't belong on the bridge, and it works.
Yeah, exactly, and the loop isn't hard at all, which is the most understandable thing, and that's the key. So there's nothing really difficult in there. And it's most important to people to realize even with someone getting it, everyone's doing that. It went from Chronox. Am I right in saying it went from the second best thing sold in the opening 12 hours to now it being the third worst of all time? I think
according to his stats, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which is insane.
He posted the stats on his Discord, and it was quite surprising when I saw that, because obviously in the first day you may see it drop a little bit, but you thought maybe it would keep its trend, but then it just really dropped.
Yeah, true.
I mean, overall, the levels, there's not that much difference though in the ships. Would you say, Chronox? But it did drop to be, the third worst.
Yeah, and the good news is,
that.
ladies and gentlemen, we do have someone iconic joining us on stage, and we do have a piece of music, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time. And because he only borrows things because he doesn't have his own thing, we do have on stage. We have Jason V Dead with Maktako's song because he can't afford anything else. So everyone with me say, ole. Ole, ole, V dead. Ole, 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 V dead. Ole, ole, he's dead. He pretends he's really cool. But he doesn't realize that Nigel is no fool.
That's true.
He stands there thinking he's so great, but he doesn't realize that he ain't not played. Ah! V dead, V dead, V dead, V dead. Really sucks. V dead, V dead. Really sucks. V dead, V dead. V dead.
Super friend.
V dead, V dead, V dead. V dead, V dead, V dead. V dead.
Super friend.
V dead. Ladies and gentlemen, V-Dead's in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, he weighing in at a very modest, super tiny 117 pounds. He is at 5'1". The Filipino legend himself, the icon and franchise of all the things that happen. Stealing Maktako's song, we do have Jason V-Dead in the stage. How you doing, Jason? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great this afternoon. Thanks for allowing me to join on.
Yeah.
Nigel, appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. And his avatar does appear right next to Crisito. They're cuddling each other, and he's the only one.
I love that.
That
avatar is great.
The thing that confuses me, you said 5'9", 5'1". He's 4.8.
Yeah,
you gotta be shorter.
Divine says Nigel's dancing is better than his singing. Thank you very much. I did practice on the pole for a long time. You know what I mean? Which is amazing. And we do have Jason V Dead on the V-neck on the stage.
I just asked one quick question though, Jason. Why does it look like your hand's getting ready to go somewhere? Because it almost looks like you've got it up ready to then suddenly either punch somebody or insert it somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, I leave that there all for the imagination. There's an intent there. I'll leave it to everyone's imagination.
Yeah, exactly. Imagination. Beached Whale, thoughts that Jason V-neck has finally, got himself into shape. He's wearing not just the Admiral, he's like, the Commander-in-Chief outfit that he's got.
I'm just so glad my super friend is on stage with us.
Oh,
Go
God.
Super Friends.
Let's go, Vale Super Friend.
Okay, that is so. That's ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Beach Whale's last ever comment on the stage. No, I'm kidding. STFC says, if I ever join, can I also get the Maktako song? She wants the Maktako song as well. And Chronox says your 2 ships have died and all that. Boom, and then there was another boom. And all that. Okay, fair enough.
And all that.
Yeah, your ships are dead. And that is left in a friendship, which is absolutely insane. Sorry for the insanity and a bit of fun that I'm having. We're losing viewers by the minute, which is really weird because I'm about to give away something quite huge. So good luck to the rest of the people, which is good luck to them to do so. But what are your thoughts, V-neck, on the Vengeance Event, the recommendation for people to jump up and anything like that? Advice you'd give people because you're playing it slightly differently. Always good to hear different advice.
Yeah, I play the game like I always say. I call it V-neck style gameplay. I do what I do at my own pace. Personally, one, I'll say I'm glad I got the Vengeance when I did. I did get the tier 10 today, but now it's gonna hurt because we're the lack of those vents. I'm not thrilled about it, but hopefully that can change. And some people said it was maybe because it was double dipping into a weekend event. I don't know. Whatever. I am bummed because I'm not done with that ship, of course. As far as what was the next one? How the gameplay's been? Sorry.
Yeah. How is, like, for you? What are your thoughts regarding if someone is now at G6? What would be your advice now, knowing what you know? What would you tell them to do? We've heard what Beached Whale says. We've heard what Lostin said. It's like, what would you give your advice to a G6 player now who's like teetering, thinking, wanting to push? What would be your advice? What to focus on?
I tell people at the high end of G6 to go for it, to go to 71, and then they can just do some catch up there, regardless of how if they're free to play, little spend, super mega whale. I say go on because of the things like the 7 and 30 day chests improving. I know we lost a few things like was it March of Madness or whatever it was what was called. Um, I recommend they should at least push up to 71, maybe 72, just because it's semi decent. The only thing I would say is I'm not sure if what's going on in game right now as far as content wise is evenly balanced out for both mid ops and everyone above or below mid ops. So that one I'm still teeter-tottering on and formulating an opinion on. But I will also say, it's different for me where I was at, just as far as how I played. It's different. I had less specialty ships to rely on in that G6 era. I was still working on the junker. I was still working on the relativity and whatnot. So if people can get their dailies done and push up, I'd say go ahead and move up. Personally.
Yeah, and move up to the level that. Do you get your ship to the level, or do you try and do something else?
I say try to get their ships and researches up to the level they want to move up to. I personally don't recommend moving up really quickly and skipping certain ships. I would say to where when they need to do, certain level hostiles or types of hostiles, and then they're, kind of out of luck because they rushed ops and they skipped on those things. I would say maintain your ships and your researches, efficiencies, and all that because things do get expensive as you tier up.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely agree. And it's one of those things you're gonna have to just bear yourself with and sort of decide where the best things are and what you need to do and so on and so forth. So I absolutely appreciate that people are doing so. Mac Taco says a certain person just came out and said on regarding maintenance they did database stuff and something wouldn't turn back on, so they stopped bringing servers back up. Arch Mischief. Well, we'll see what happens. See what people do with that, and that's really important. General Hoke says, "I know it's a marketing on their part, but I wish they would just have a hidden the Sphere event so we can't complete." I agree. Don't you agree, Crisito? It's a perception thing, isn't it?
Well, it is. And Nigel, so I was thinking about this and VNet kind of brought up something that I think might maybe have changed my mind, right? So in the previous generations, we had what they would call a hard gate, right? You couldn't even see the next level, the next generation, right? When you're talking about like you had the warp blocks, so you couldn't even go into those locations. Where now they went to a soft gate, which is, you gotta have the mission in order to go up there, which is fine, but that's not necessarily preventing you from getting into those spaces. And so, when I had somebody asking me about whether they should jump up or not, I said, well, okay, in most cases, you should be able to go to your level of hostiles for it, right? So let's use I don't know, let's use the G7 hostiles, right? Well, go up to the level of 71, right? Don't use the 71s that are down in G6 land, but go up to the 71. Take the ship that you think you're going to use and go hit some hostiles, right? Go test it. Go test the waters and see whether you're comfortable having to, we need to get, 50 hostiles of your level in order to get your dailies done. Okay, well, go see if you're comfortable doing that, right? How many holes is that going to take you to finish that?
Yeah,
and if you're
exactly.
comfortable, you're good. Go try the Mavericks, those hostiles, and see if you're going to be willing and able to go do those. And if you are, and doing that every day, you're comfortable with it, then absolutely then make the jump. And I think that applies to every level. And that's good because again, you can make the jump and then realize, oh man, I'm only getting one hostile per hole. That means I got to do 50 holes. Like this is going to be horrible. I don't want to do that. Well,
exactly.
Before you make the jump, go try it, right? Go do the test drives, try different crews, see if your crews are ready, go see if your ships are ready. And that'll give you the idea what you're there. And it won't then feel daunting that when you made that jump, you're not going to be able to do it. And I would say Taco just made that jump. And Taco, I'm assuming you probably with your ships and where you're at probably went up and they're like, hey, I'm okay needing to do maybe 2 holes or 3 holes or whatever it is, maybe 1 hole. I don't know where your count is.
Yeah.
But go, I can go kill those
it's
and I can make the
it's
jump.
pretty easy. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, which is great.
Right.
So Taco says it's pretty easy. Guys, the rest of you on the stage, just mute yourselves because I can hear someone typing and an echo back. But basically, Taco proves a very good point to what Crisito's saying. He's saying, like, okay, I got myself to a really good level, then I jumped. And Crisito's right. People then, you set yourself up, you did exactly what you need, and that's really important. And you know what's really amazing, Crisito? The Land Shark says, I do like I did, and did the daily kill with the G6 71 hostiles, even though I couldn't do Veil dailies. But I got the extra stuff to progress me faster. Divine says exactly. E11E says, yes, I like the ascending to G4, needing the ascension key from the Epic Armada defeat task, which gives you an option. And I think having those missions just gives you okay. Beachwell, I'm ending the show. Sorry, mate. That's it. I'm done with that. I don't like comments like that. It's starting to annoy me now. But I'll finish off this last thought. The most important thing is that people just need to be wary about like choosing when they've got to go and what they've got to do and where they've got to sort of achieve. Don't rush in the things that you've got to rush. Don't push the things that you don't want to push through. Just take your time and then take the bits that's sort of needed to do the things. It's I tell my alliance mates all the time to just listen to what Crisito says. It's very good, valid advice. If you have a little bit of money, great. You put a little bit into the feature, amazing. If that helps you progress, that's amazing. C. Wadley, thank you very much. First time chat. That's really cool. We've got to keep it going. And E11E says, I've been sitting at 67 till I could kill the 68 Orions. Finally killed it today, and now she's deciding to move. Those Orions bring a different aspect. In a weird way, Crisito, it kind of tells you what you need to get to before you move up. In a weird way.
Now that's the one thing, right? And I think if Scopely's got to maybe understand and maybe they don't take that close of a look, right? I know Retrieving a while back kind of was in that boat where he was able to do everything he needed to within the game, right? He was able to go up to that next level, kill those hostiles, do all those things. And then the Orions or those hostiles, right? The V'ger hostiles came out and it's like, oh,
yeah.
Well, I was good up until these hostiles showed up. Now I'm not. And I know that feels bad because if you're a player where I have limited time to be in the game, right? Because not all of us are in the game 24/7 or 8 hours or 4 hours or whatever it is. It's like, hey, I'm willing to give an hour a day. And if I have my ships to this level, I can go knock out my dailies in that hour, and then I'm gone and go and do real life stuff. So I think that's the key, is that when they introduce some of these things, they need to make sure that they are, one, transparent with what they're doing and communicating that, yep, these are going to be so hard that it's probably going to affect how you normally play if you're not prepared. But two, I think to some extent, that means that players are going to slow down a little bit. But I still go with play at the pace that you're willing to invest the time in the game, right? And whether it's a spend issue, whether it's just a time issue, whatever you're willing to invest in the game, do that much to make yourself feel okay. And if you don't want to do any more, then don't do any more. Or, upgrade as quickly as you want to, but don't make the jump because other players are there or you feel like you're missing out on something, because it's still going to be there, right? And I think that G7, when I was talking about it, it's a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
It's going to take about 2 years, give or take something.
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable making the move, go ahead and do it. If you're capable of hitting the hostiles and you're willing to take that quote unquote pain, then jump up there, because yes, you are going to lose out on some stuff, but don't make it come at the cost of you not being comfortable or having fun within the game, right? Don't let it be the case. Go try those out, go test them, and I think you'll actually enjoy the game a lot more.
Yeah, and Task Force Scorpio says, I'm trying to decide if I can move from 63-64. I'm a top 25 63 game wide with great ships, but I don't feel, in quotation marks, strong enough to do the new hostiles. I'm fine now, but what's coming next is on my mind. And that's a good point, because I remember Riskbreaker bringing this up, or maybe Retrieving as well, in a previous thing, where they were talking about, like, the problem is when the new hostile arrives and you're at that level already, so you don't have time to prepare and you're suddenly stuck and you can't do it. then it's like trying to be able to get strong enough is the hard part of trying to achieve it. And that to me is vital to sort of do. And retrieving, definitely not me. Yeah, sorry, Riskbreaker. Yeah, I do see R's, so, my dyslexia gets involved. But I do believe that he was saying, well, I'm now at this opposite level, and you brought me a hostile that's impossible. But I think the problem is you're never going to please everyone. It's always going to be something that someone's going to get hurt. And we've got to see what happens with the hostiles and everything. Now we know everything's going to come that's really strong. You need to be wary. But if I were you, Task Force Scorpio, if you feel you're strong enough, go up. Just do it. Like Free Swag says, old school players took 6 years to get here. New players can get into the same place in 6 to 12 months. Timelines feel different depending on you, on your experience, which is a very vital thing. And that'll be something that they've got to do. And that's the thing that we got to always be wary of. And hopefully more people will do that. Yes, Beach Whale.
I just want to add one thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to jump in earlier when Cruzito had said something, but my cat was being whiny and I had to go snuggle a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take G7 out and I'm going to drop back to the G5, G6 players.
Yeah.
And kind of what I'm, and everybody's saying, hey, just enjoy the game. Don't, there's no need to rush. I agree on some points and I disagree on others. And the reason why is, I have the most powerful alliance on my server. I have the majority of the big players, but I also have a large amount of players who they get about $100 a month to spend, maybe $150.
Okay.
And so they're like, okay, where do I need to spend and what can I spend on? And most are going to spend on advancement, and that's fine. But what I'm seeing is Scopely trying to push people into 3 ways that you have to spend to advance now. And if people can't do content, I'm not saying they don't mind spending or they don't mind slowing the progression, but if they can't even do the content, that's where the problem starts at, because then they don't enjoy the game. And I'm seeing that with a lot of my players. And I have 2 more people I have to drain this month because they're done. And I'm losing 1 to 2 a month at this point, and I can't get new players. My server's dying because of all this going on, because they're not making the game enjoyable. They're pushing the game more towards you have to spend to play in every aspect. And, so yeah, I agree.
But the thing
take
is,
your time, enjoy the game, but you can't enjoy the game if you can't play stuff or do stuff.
Yes, but do you say spend to get, like, I agree with you to spend to get to every aspect. I think, but people, that's why giving people, like CJ Becker absolutely agrees with you, Beach Whale. And Divine says, well, my philosophy with the new content is it wasn't there when I made plans. So if I can do great, if I can do it, great. If not, oh well, I'll get there. Same here with Former Sort. Tech Ninja says the same thing. At the end of the day, it's what you get. And I agree with you. And I think it's like trying to change the mindset, which is difficult because people have been playing it for a long time. We can't even deal with a repair bug because the clicks are always being the same. MJ Hat, what would you like to say on this?
Well, Beach Well, just to your comment there, man, I can agree with that. However, there's 2 different aspects, right? You've got the players that will eventually spend, right, $150 a month. Sure, that's one thing. $300 is another. $1,000 is another. But then you've also got the free-to-play players who are slowly starting to catch up. They're getting to the point to where, you're right at the cusp of 70, right? Like me, I'm mostly, and this is my own perspective, if you will, I am mostly free to play. I might buy battle passes. I've never invested in a ship. I've only invested in like 1 pack, maybe 2, a prime here or there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like 98% of my gameplay, I did it by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm getting to the point now where I'm seeing, okay, it's better for me to spend than to wait and go on this long track. And this goes back to the sphere and what I said earlier, sourcing. It all boils back down to how can I engage in the content quicker? I can understand that people are leaving because they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That is awful. And I really don't know how else to describe it.
It is, and also
I hope it changes.
Yeah, I hope it changes because Riskbreaker brings up a point. He says you don't have to spend to play in every aspect. People just want instant gratification without much effort. They want the cookie cutter crew to carry them through the content. They pretty much want this to be an AFK simulator where they can leave and come back and do everything. True to a certain extent. CC videos and Pathfinders from Divine says will still be there. Free to play Tortoise versus Hare. Hare gets bored quite or has a snooze. Quits or has a snooze. And that's important. And the game's far more stable than any other MMO game, Ostus says. Yeah, I don't really have lag issues, but I think I'm lucky. Riskbreaker says this new Borg arc is the only real time where it's currently behind a paywall, but I highly doubt that most don't have everything done. And also, you don't really need it. I really don't think you. I mean, I'm not struggling at all.
I don't think I'm missing out not having it.
Yeah.
Yes, I could have more, but I don't think I'm missing out not having it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. The conclusion at the end of this, sorry, Sneaky Coyote, because I know you're here for the marbles, is that in conclusion, the thing that I'm trying to point to is that this is what you need to think of. And I think I have a weird feeling we're going to have a very interesting Tuesday stream on Lubes. Let's hope that what I'm thinking is going to be
going to run back-to-back marbles.
And we'll see how it goes. But I think we've gone to the heavy chats. I'd love to support here because everything goes to the Amy Winehouse Foundation. We will switch to marbles as a lovely little endway and segue, and we'll give away some of the Son of